Hello everyone, welcome back to Susie Saves. I am Susie and this is our Transfer Tuesday video. If you're new here, welcome on in. My name is Susie. We are a dual income household of me and my husband, and on Tuesdays we look at the money that we keep online. We are cash stuffers, so we bring a lot of the money out of the bank and do a lot of filing into envelopes and things, but not all the money can be taken out. Specifically, we are looking at our Roth IRAs and also a brokerage account today. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Again, I am not a financial expert and this is not financial advice. This is for accountability and hopefully to get some of you guys in the comments excited about investments. So let's begin. Here we are. So up in the upper left-hand corner, you can see these three amounts total $42,274.74. The big Roth IRA you're looking at currently is mine. I started this when I was 18. Well, my father did for me, which is very nice. And I've been contributing it when I can. At times it's been hard to contribute anything, but last year, for the first time ever, I fully funded it. And now we're going to be doing that every year moving forward until we cannot. The current contribution limit is $7,000. So the current Roth IRA is up to $34,769.31. I'm going to go down the current value and what we're invested in. Again, I'm not a financial expert. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying my best. This is not financial advice, but I think I'm decently happy with how diversified this portfolio is, but I might be making some changes. We will see. So we got $4 in cash there at the top. When you make a contribution into your Roth IRA or any kind of like investment account, it goes in as cash, and then you need to go and invest that money into a stock or ETF or something on the stock market, and that is how that money grows. You don't just want that money sitting in there in cash. So very good. We only got $4 in there in cash. Next up we have VOX, which is at $2,800. Tesla was at $1,300. IVV, this is the iShares S&P 500. That is at $32. Nvidia is at $12. FDKVX is at $32. This is our target date retirement fund for 2060. I was born 1999, so 2060 would make me 61 years old. So this is just a collection that gets more conservative with its trading and stuff the closer you get to that target date, so that you make less risky investments, and it gets kind of matures with you as you go is the point of that. So very happy to be investing in a target date fund. Then the big guy, we have $17,500 in VOO. I like VOO. Then we have FFGCX, which has 700. FFGCX, which has 1,700. Did I mess that up? Yes, VDC, pardon me, that has 1,700. VIG, which has 1,500. VTI, which has 700. And then Coke at the bottom there for 900. Woohoo! This week specifically, I went ahead and put in $250 into this account. Me and my husband always get the same amount towards our Roths, so he also got $250. That's just how the budget worked out this week. And I went ahead and put that in that target date fund because I've been reading up on them. I don't know. I seem to like them. Do your own research. And then we got a dividend from the iShares S&P 500, and it's almost nearly $10, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but dividends for me have tended to be quite small, between like maybe $2 and $5. So having one at $9 is pretty good, and that gets me excited. So the next account we're going to look at here is our cash management account. This is a brokerage account. It is not a retirement account, but it is an investment account. As you can see, it has $2,741.49 in it, and contradictory to what I just said, it does have quite a fair bit of cash in here. It's got $1,000 of cash. This is the only $1,000 of our emergency fund that is accessible by card. Our full 6 months emergency fund is $10,000. I'm very wary of cards having a lot of money on them because I know card information gets stolen and I don't want to have to go through like recovering thousands of dollars if something were to happen. So we came up with $1,000 being a good amount for if you were out of town perhaps and the car broke down and you need like a tow or a rental or something that just could cost hundreds of dollars. It probably wouldn't be $1,000 if you're out of town, because we have access to the other $9,000 of our emergency fund. If it happened at home, you just go like to the bank. So this is also like if you needed the money immediately, right? Like that's the only reason you would really want to use the card versus going ahead and pulling it out of the emergency fund account. So that's in there, and then 200 in NVIDIA, 1,400 in VOO, and about 150 in Coke. I don't like how non-diversified this is. I feel like it's not diversified enough. But it's been slow growing. So as you can see here, I put $25 into it this week and I bought Coke with it because Coke was down. This is from a 3% raise that I got last October. And I said, any raises I get or whatever, I'm going to in order to prevent lifestyle creep and things like that, I'm going to put that extra money into a brokerage account. So that's where this has been going. That being said, it grows very slowly because it's not a lot of money. But exciting news, I just signed a job offer today for the company I've been a contract at for 2 years now. And we will go over the specifics of everything. I'll go over everything with you guys about benefits and pay and bonuses and things like that on the weekly budgets when the first new big paycheck comes in. But we are going to be ramping up savings in this account at least in a month, hopefully in 3 weeks. I'm not sure exactly. It's bi-weekly pay. I'm normally weekly paid, so we'll have to figure out a little bit of the finesse on some of that stuff. But I'm very excited to get this account growing more and being able to just diversify a bit more and feel like it's making a difference. So the last account we have here is my husband's Roth IRA. He just opened this in April of this year, so it's about 5 months old. He graduated college at the end of the year, and he got his first big corporate job in April. And so when that happened, I said, great, it's time for you to start contributing to your Roth IRA. So we opened a Roth IRA, and we've been putting money in there every week. His current amount is $4,763.94. That rocks. That's about $1,000 a month. We've been obviously working to also have his be filled by the end of the year to that $7,000 contribution limit. So we are joint in all of our finances. So he got the same amount that I got this week. But let's go over real quick what he's invested in. So he has $6 in cash, 21 in VOO, 200 in SPY, 600 in VIG, almost 1,000 in VTI, 600 in his target date fund, and then about 100 in both Coke and VDC. So I'm not a financial expert. I don't dictate what my husband invests into. He'll do his own research and come to me and say, hey, when you put money in this week, this is what I want to buy, or can you make sure that I'm invested in XYZ? So that is what we do on that account. And this week, he also got his $250, the same as me. We always get the same amount. I think even though our earnings are different, so currently he earns more money than I do. Starting in 2 weeks when I get this new position, I will be making more money than he does. That's not important to me. We don't do percentages or anything like that. That's just how we work. Nothing wrong with that. So we just make the full budget with the full amount that we both get paid, and we just pay what we need to. And then we have spending money and we have savings money, and all of that is joint. So to keep it fair, we just get the same amount every week. And this week it happened to be $250. And I went ahead and put that into the target date fund because he didn't have a lot in the target date fund. And also, like I was saying, I did a little bit of research on them and I liked it. It was down, so I bought some. That is it. Sorry to talk your ears off. If you did anything this week for your Transfer Tuesday, please let me know. I'd love to hear your accomplishments. I am super excited about this new job. I'm like kind of really nervous about it. But once I know all of the details, which unfortunately will probably be a month from now, I will let you know. That first new paycheck, we'll do a whole budget overhaul to see where some things were lacking, or if we've need to up the spending anywhere in particular, and then what we can be looking at for our goals by the end of the year with that extra income. I'm also doing 2 side hustles right now, which are paying a fair amount of money. So next week for the Transfer Tuesday, I do hope to be able, maybe not next week, but the week after, we're going to be really pushing to max out our Roth IRAs before the end of the year. Technically, you can add to your Roth IRA until tax day, so up until like April 15th. But I think it'd be really cool to start the new year and be able to immediately start adding to the next year's Roth. So I hope you all are having a fantastic Tuesday. It's going to be a great one. I feel it. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.